Good afternoon. Welcome to another Kerfuffle Spotlight. And I'm delighted to have Vicky Quinn Campbell here today from Simply Conveyancing. Vicky, how are you? Okay?
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Simon.
Good. You were a bit worried before about your stream being not great, as your base bit raw, but it's all looking good. So
Yeah, that's the problem when you live in the middle of nowhere, I'm afraid. So hopefully it'll work.
Don't worry. If you go all max headroom, I'll explain, and I'll just.
That'd be good. Thank you.
Good stuff. Well, okay. Let's just can we just do with your background first, Vicky? Give us a bit of an update on that.
Yeah, definitely. So all I've ever done is property, really, from leaving school. Started in a estate agency, accompanied viewings, went into mortgage advice, and became a managing partner for Halifax estate agents. And funnily enough, used to use Simply Conveyancing when I was doing that. And then I left estate agency and went to HomeLet, and I headed up their sales and marketing for nearly 13 years. Really enjoyed that. You know, I love the industry, love working with agents, adding value to their business, you know, and being a supplier of choice for them. So I joined Simply Conveyancing in June this year in the midst of the chaos that is COVID-19. And, you know, it's really exciting. It's great because, you know, I love the relationships I have with estate agents, love to add value to their business. And, you know, Simply Conveyancing is a great opportunity for me.
Yeah, well, nothing like a pandemic to keep things interesting, is there?
Oh, yeah.
and Simply Conveyancing, what's the story there?
So they have 20 years experience in providing conveyancing. They've been around since 2000. They were created by estate agents for estate agents, knowing the challenges and problems that can happen with conveyancing and what's really key to agents and what they need. So that was when it came about. 2008, it was decided not to do panel management, but to actually create a team of their own lawyers that, you know, do everything in-house, and therefore you can control the speed and quality of the service that you're delivering. And I think what's fantastic about that is, you know, they've grown to now be in the top 1% of conveyancers in the country. And that's, you know, just grown through estate agents referring business to them. So, and time again. So clearly the service is there, and, you know, which is great.
Yeah, it is. And look, we're talking about you joined during lockdown. We've just gone back into lockdown then. How did you manage client communication during the last lockdown, and indeed kind of having to cope with that now? What are you doing?
So one of the unique things about us is our mobile app. So, you know, clients can chat with their lawyer, upload any documentation, you know, even provide ID verification, etc., all through a mobile app, which, you know, 24/7 they can kind of do whatever they need to do. And I think that was really helpful. We know that communication is key. It's a key part of our proposition. It stops people worrying about their property transaction. It reduces fall throughs. And, you know, it's just much better than keep leaving a voicemail or anything like that. So that was key. Key to kind of keeping in touch with clients, and I think worked very, very well. We maintained our five-star reviews throughout lockdown, which kind of, you know, it was confident that we were delivering what we needed to.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, as you know, as famously, some service standards dropped in the rest of the industry, isn't it? So to be able to maintain that, that's really impressive. And so, why would an estate agent choose you guys? What makes you guys different apart from your obviously the mobile app there?
Probably there's quite a few key things why agents choose us. One being our sales progression portal. You know, we know it's really important for estate agents to have full visibility of their pipeline and to be able to forecast and understand which bits of their pipeline is going to complete. So, you know, they can log into that, understand which of our property files our lawyers are targeting to exchange. They can therefore kind of work with us to get those sales through, you know, and kind of guarantee their sales commission. So, that's kind of really key to our proposition. We also work very closely with our estate agency partners to ensure that they kind of offer sale ready to their vendors. So instead of waiting until they found a buyer, we can get their vendors absolutely ready. We complete the property information form, client information form, we can get draft contracts ready. So they're not waiting around, and that's kind of key, especially now. Speed more than ever is important. So, that again is why agents love to partner with Simply Conveyancing.
Yeah, I mean, it's vital at any time, but never more so, is it? Where obviously pipelines are under just such pressure at the moment, aren't they? I think you made a lovely point to me just before. We were talking about, it is a grumble of obviously estate agents at the moment, but just simply don't accept slow conveyancing.
Yeah, just don't. We would love to talk to estate agents, and ask estate agents during lockdown to just ask yourself a few questions about your current conveyancing service. Don't accept that it's slow. There are lots of things we can do to support speeding that process up. Are they actually supporting your business? Do you have full visibility of your pipeline? When your property sales are going to exchange and complete? Are they motivated to complete them as quickly as possible? And not forgetting the income you can generate just through conveyancing. So we kind of are challenging estate agents to ask those questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned there obviously your 5-star reviews, and that's absolutely obviously fantastic. I've seen those; they really are very, very impressive. What do you think? What would you like your clients to say about you as a business?
Well, I think we do get some fabulous testimonials. Communication was seamless. The tech that we provide them is innovative. But I think, they love our people. They love the relationships they build with our lawyers or with our sales team. And that's what we're about, really. And, you can read them, and, we're really proud of them. We're top rated on FIFO, on Trustpilot, like I say, maintain 5-star reviews through Google. So describing us as innovative, fast, great communication is perfect, really.
I mean, it's massive. It's, what can be a very challenging part of the process and business to be getting those 5-star reviews shows obviously you've got something special about you, haven't you?
Yeah, we're not shy in asking for them either. As in, at exchange of contracts, we ask every client for feedback and every estate agent that works with us for feedback. So, we are always checking in on ourselves to make sure that the service is there. We don't want to let anybody down. We're a key part of every estate agent's business. We want to wow them and wow their clients. So, we collect that on every single deal we do.
Yeah. Yeah, and what do you think in terms of sort of onboarding? How easy is it to start working with you guys? What's the process?
Pretty instant, really. We have a very talented team of business development managers sitting at home right now, doing all of their client meetings on Zoom, but we can set you up same day and you can start referring business instantly. So, it's our training's very quick. We can do it on webinar. We, obviously before this, we would like to come out and see people and deliver all of that face to face, but we've been very adaptable and been able to accommodate setting up new agents throughout this very easily, really, which is great.
Yeah. What in that, in terms of obviously it's important to have that hand holding. What sets apart those that work with you closest and work best? What's the difference with them maybe to the rest of the crowd? What are they doing differently?
Those that work best with us absolutely implement us as part of their business. So we will train their team. We understand everybody in their branch, their key messages when putting a property on the market, and we will embed ourselves within that business. So we support them in how to talk about us and be part of their business. We provide MI reporting that allows them to see, each branch, how many referrals have we had, also we can see how many referrals we've had by person. So that's very key. Estate agents like to see that. We provide marketing support, so literature, flyers, etc., that they can use in their valuation packs or in their viewing pack, or even just send by email, actually, if people don't want loads of paperwork at that point. So we support in that way. And we train any new starters, and especially the estate agents that include it in their KPIs and in their incentives. That's also key to everybody, I guess, in sales. We also get involved with that, and anybody that successfully refers instructions to us, we reward with vouchers as well to support the branches.
That's great, isn't it? That's a really vital element, I think. Making sure that there is kind of it's reinforcing the behaviour through a comms plan, isn't it? To make sure that they are, that they are at every stage of it, not just involved, but getting benefits if they're making business for the business itself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and some of our estate agency partners, like I said, because they refer to us time and time again, that has meant we've achieved, being in the top 1% of conveyancers. So we're obviously doing something right. Yeah,
absolutely. And you mentioned there, obviously, while we're talking about lockdown and everything else, there's no kind of breaking consistency of service with you guys, because actually you were saying a large part of the business never actually even went back into the offices, did they? Because it was working so well, from what I understand.
That's right. Yeah. So we haven't brought lawyers back into the office at all. We've never actually reopened our London office, and they're a talented, dedicated bunch of people that work so effectively at home. We've got great tech that supports them in making sure they're able to do their role effectively. And it's been a great story for us and our estate agents, because they were able to see no real blip in what we were able to provide. So, which was good.
That's great. And you talk in terms of the kind of, via Zoom, you can do it. What support is there as well? Not just when we were talking initially, I'm guessing those account managers will just keep working with the agents, that right, to get the most out of the service? How does what does support look like once you're on board with you guys?
So I think the key part of the Simply Conveyancing proposition that probably sets us apart is, we like to provide dedicated account management. We don't just want you to join us and then never hear from us again. And like I said at the start, the bit that I love about my role is the relationships we have with the estate agents. They're a fun bunch most of the time, and we love to understand their business and help them grow and help them maximise their income, provide excellent client service. And the only way you'll do that is through thorough account management and really understanding your customers, which I like to think we do very, very well. We're always checking in to see, we want to be supplier of choice. We want to be there as somebody that, they rely on and want to recommend. So account management is key to everything we do.
Excellent. Excellent. And what problems are you solving for the agents themselves?
So I think problems we solve for agents are definitely don't accept slow conveyancing. It's full visibility of their pipeline, as I've said, able to forecast what's going on, which is key in current climate. And, we're also as motivated to do this as quickly as they are. We target our lawyers to complete and convert that pipeline as quickly as possible. And I think, that's a real problem for agents. They do not want slow conveyancing.
Yeah, and one of the key things you were talking about as well is that you can, and a big benefit is you can represent both sides of the transaction. Just talk to us about that.
Yeah, so we can also act on both sides, which is really key to why we are much quicker than most. And, a lot of our agents that have been referring business to us for some time take advantage of that. And, we have had chains where all 6 or 7 properties have all been with us. With one scenario where we've completed the whole thing within 30 days. And that's because we can act on both sides. We can see the full chain and we can push that through. So it's a real USP for us, and one that, you know, our agents are very pleased that we can do.
It's fantastic. How do you stop the conflict of interest element there? I'm guessing there has to be Chinese walls between the teams. Is that how it works? Or
But we're regulated by the Council of Licensed Conveyancers, you know, and that means we can act on both sides, and that's part of our proposition. So,
I mean, it makes perfect sense that you know,
yeah.
that should speed things along greatly, wouldn't it? You know, knowing that you're obviously not waiting on the dreaded ring around and everything else, you've got the ability to just talk to the team direct.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it sounds like obviously you've got that lovely combination, great people, good technology investment, obviously an ethos of working with your clients. What's new and upcoming for Simply Conveyancing then? What have you got? What plans have you got?
So next on the agenda is we're looking to launch our AML solution. We know that that's a risk our estate agents are facing. It's being able to make sure that that is seamless and completed at the right point. So we're ready. We're just getting ourselves ready to launch that. And the benefit of that is we'll reduce the risk to our agents, but also by completing that check, it's kind of seamless to then talk to those clients about conveyancing. So, you know, we're really excited about being able to launch that. We have continued to grow since the first lockdown. We've recruited an additional 45% of our lawyers. We're continuing to do that. We're also looking at a new building, you know, which hopefully me and my sales team will be moving into in January, which again is exciting. And you know, we're constantly, our managing director Ben is constantly looking at ways to keep ourselves, you know, as fast as possible and speed up conveyancing where we can. So we're always looking at what we can do.
Great, and clearly many agents see this as a great revenue earner. On that side of things, what's the approach you take with agents? Can they set their own level? Is it negotiable? How do you work that side of things with your clients?
Yeah, well, we like to meet and understand that client's business, and then we would normally put together a bespoke proposal for that client. We've recently signed a client who actually you know, prefers the whole Simply Conveyancing proposition and isn't taking any referral income. It's more about the fact that our reviews, the speed to completion, the client feedback is more important. And actually, ultimately, their goal is getting the sales commission. You know, but we work with the agents, however which way they want to do it. We get that referral income is a significant income generator, but you know, should in the future that not be allowed? I don't know if it's still on the agenda at the minute, but you know, we offer a lot more than just the income generated from referral fees. But you know, at the same time, we'll do what works for the agent. Depends where they are in the UK. They know their market sometimes, you know, and what will work and what won't. So we have that chat on a one-on-one basis.
That's great. So I guess that agent really just says, look, you know, the moving the pipe round, maintaining that pipeline at its optimum is more important to me, basically, than, you know, making a few quid on the side.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, it just depends on the agent and what, you know, what drives them and what they want out of our proposition. So we'll normally tailor it to that.
And how many agents are you working with at the moment, Vicky? But ballpark?
We have about 400 agents that partner with us every single month. You know, but like I say, we're ready to grow that significantly.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we want to do. We don't want to branch out and get our referrals anywhere else. We want to be an estate agency partner of choice. That's what we do well, and that's what we want to stick to.
Does that you mentioned there the increase in the team, which is fantastic. You're investing in that and the marketplace. Does funny enough, does this kind of pandemic and the ability to work remotely now throw up more opportunities for you to be able to recruit? Has there been a shift in that, or will you still want them local to one of the offices?
it's absolutely given us opportunity to look at the way we recruit, and it's allowed us to really recruit some talented people that maybe before COVID we wouldn't have considered, or they wouldn't have considered applying to us. There's some really talented lawyers out there that just want to have the flexibility of being able to work from home. They've got families, they've got children, whatever, and they don't need to come into the office. They can work from home, and that's been great for us, and we absolutely want to facilitate that. Our people are absolutely what makes our business, so we want the best of the best to come and join us, and however they want to work, and we would like to be a flexible employer. We've got some great benefits, and it's worked really well for us. Like I say, we've increased our lawyer headcount by 45%, and we're still doing that now.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Again, it's just challenging the standard way of doing things does give you the ability to really step up and increase your resources. Just talk us through the sale ready proposition again, the key elements of it, and how it actually ultimately helps speed up the process. What are you doing to optimize things there?
So what we try and do with the estate agents that we work with is, at the point that they're putting that property on the market, and even as part of their proposition when going out to win instructions, they can build this in and say, look, we, as part of coming on the market with ourselves, we get everything ready before we even find you a buyer. So at that point of instructing that property, we would then get the details of that vendor. We would instruct them. We would get client information form completely filled in, property information form completely filled in and ready, draft contract ready. So as soon as we receive that memorandum of sale, we're good to go. And likewise, if we've managed to secure that sale ready proposition and the estate agent then takes an offer on it, it kind of makes sense to say to that buyer, this is our preferred supplier of conveyancing. The vendor is using them. You can also use them, and that again means they will get their keys quicker than potentially using their own choice of solicitor conveyancer. So that's our proposition, that's how we work, and that's how we work with our estate agency partners to say, let's talk them through. Do they, it's so important to get their keys quicker. If they do it this way, we can definitely help with that.
Got you. Great. And I believe you've been really kind in coming up with a nice innovative offer for our Kerfuffle members, haven't you? Do you mind just giving us a bit of background on that?
Yeah, well, we're conscious that we can't come out and see people and do what we normally do in our field sales team. So we're hoping that estate agents will just give us 20 minutes, 30 minutes of their time where we can talk about everything that we do at Simply Conveyancing and see if we can help their business. And if they will do that, then we would love to donate to agent giving. We're really passionate about, supporting them anyway. I think we're supporting their after party in December. But, we would like to donate that, just as a goodwill thing. And we're convinced that, it would be time well spent.
Excellent. Well, yeah, that's really, really kind. You're great working with obviously an amazing group like Agents Giving as well. So thank you for that. And Vicky, what's the best way of people getting in contact with you? Obviously, they can go to your landing page, see a bit more information of you on the Kerfuffle site, and there's a contact button. But how do they get in contact with you directly as well? Learn a bit more.
Yeah, like I say, we've got our website. If they click on there's contact us there. I think my email goes out on nearly everything on LinkedIn, on our LinkedIn page and on our Instagram, on our Facebook. So everything's published. So it's contact me, and my team will be available to talk to anybody whenever they can. Hopefully, people are locked down and they've got a bit of time. That would be great.
Excellent. That's really good. So for me then, Vicky, let's just see if we can kind of wrap this up in terms of the key takeaways here. So basically you talk about really your speed to completion means that your commission times, commission comes through quicker, the agent's commission comes through quicker, and with no contracts to sign, you basically got full confidence, obviously, in your delivery of service. That's the first point, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't ask people to sign any contracts to use us. We're that confident with our service delivery. we'd just like the opportunity to talk to them and they can see what we can do. You know, our reviews speak for themselves. But yeah, absolutely.
It's lovely having, you know, just being able to have that support of those reviews, doesn't it? It's always a bit of a leap into the dark for any agent choosing a supplier, but that really takes a level of risk away, doesn't it? They know they're dealing with a really serious organisation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And then secondly, obviously that key point you were talking about as well, acting for both sides of the transaction, that significantly, from what you're saying, speeds up the transaction.
Yeah, it's acting on both sides. It's our sale ready proposition. You know, our sales progression portal for estate agents. They can see exactly what we're doing. And, you know, we target our lawyers to, you know, they're motivated to exchange on properties and complete, you know, their pipelines, which again, in turn means, you know, there's not that bottleneck that's causing issues in the industry at the minute. You know, we are working hard to get those sales through. We know how important it is that these agents get, you know, they don't just have sales commissions sat waiting, it's actually coming in. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Excellent. And obviously that investment in tech, as you said there, it's the, you know, being able to have the app, have the portal, all of these things, just supporting people. Obviously that's great at any time, but it's absolutely vital at a time like this, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, we've got market leading tech. We've invested in that to underpin our conveyancing service and make sure it's fast and secure, and delivers what we know clients need. So, you know, we're very confident about that.
Excellent. Well, look, thank you once again for doing that, giving us an introduction. I certainly know a lot more about you as a business now, and fantastic. Your broadband held up all the way through.
I know, I'm so excited.
Good. Well, great. Well, we'll catch up with you from now. And as I said, I'd encourage anybody, please reach out to Vicky and see if they can help you out. Certainly sounds like a business that you're going to want to talk to. Okay, Vicky, thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.